Good morning everyone, and welcome to what is a bit of a mission for me. So what is my mission? Well, that goes back about 14 months. My very first video on YouTube was a trip out past Meldon Reservoir en route to Black Tor Copse. And if you've watched it, well, if you haven't, there's a link. If you have watched it now, then you'll realise that I didn't actually get there. I thought I got there. So today, I'm putting that right. Let's get to Black Tor Copse. So that little stretch of stream there, that's where I took the first photos. So I'll pop them up for you. Let's bring back memories. It was a bit more windier that day. Today, well, that's a little bit more boggier. Plenty of berries on the trees. I'm hoping there's a little bit of turn, but just looking at the other oaks that are around, don't think there is, but never mind, we get what we get. So if memory serves me correctly, I took a shot looking down the length of the reservoir and then across the other side of the reservoir from the actual walkway across the reservoir. That's a lot of reservoirs. I'll put them up for you as well. And the last time I was here, I popped over to the bridge that's over there and took a couple of shots. So I'll pop them up for you to have a look at. I'm not going back though. Today, we're getting to Black Tor Copse. So what's so special about Black Tor Copse? Well, on Dartmoor, it's one of 3 ancient woodlands. They're all high altitude woodlands, the most famous one being Wistmans Wood. This is the start of where I thought Black Tor Copse was. And when we get up into it, you'll see why, I hope. So we've now nearly ventured up as far as I got in the last video. So this is the start of the bit of woodland that I was taking all my photographs in. And I've actually stopped for my first shot of the day today. There was some lovely light coming across and we got the backdrop of the moody clouds there. It's supposed to be an overcast day all day today, but it is getting, if you can see that, a little bit blue sky. So this may be a bit of a challenge. Right, we need to crack on. So here we are. This was the end point for my last video, and hopefully you could see by the footage I took walking up why I thought it might have been this area of woodland. You see the midges are out as well. Every inch of me is screaming, Steve, take a photo of that waterfall down there. Ah. No, then. This is where we enter uncharted territory for me. Yeah. Let's hope I know where I'm going. Well, there's no clearly defined path. Got a funny feeling I've come the wrong way because there's a couple of people over there. So I'm going to finish my water. I'll go that way. Well, couldn't help but take a shot whilst I was en route. Come across this wonderful, wonderful, no idea what it is. Looks like a silver birch with red berries on it to me. But it is framing the woods that we're going into, so I quite like that. And you've also got the tor in the shot as well. Trouble I'm having is this great big rock I'm sat on was right in the way. Trying to get it so that this reaches up between the gap in the right point, and I'm just waiting for the cloud to come over and hopefully not have too many hot spots in it. Gonna bracket this. Yeah. I think I'll try one there. We've still got a bit of light, but the sun's behind the cloud a touch. Actually, I might wait for that big one to come over. Come on. I've got to pay attention to the sky because I'm shooting quite wide and I'm taking in this tor, and it's easy to focus around the tree. Focus your eye around the tree. And then you'll end up with a load of blown out highlights on the left. So, yeah. Well, there's not much of a beaten path to it, but we are nearly there. And this is really, really boggy. Yeah, so unless I'm missing a path, I'd just say pre-prepared to get covered in mud, probably up to your ankles at least. I've already been in up to my ankles once, but we're nearly there. So, right, I'm going to stop recording now until I get to the woodland. Otherwise, I'm going to be here for hours. How do I get across? Well, here we are. Black Tor Copse. I actually made it. Didn't think I would. That's some boggy ground. And looking at this, wow, this is amazing. I've been to Wistmans Wood. I think this one's better. It's got a few advantages. One, you can shoot from a distance and get the backdrop of the hill. That's brilliant. The trees are slightly bigger. There's more opening underneath the trees. That's fantastic. Again, don't go wandering in and climbing all over the boulders because you'll kill the moss, but yeah, you've certainly got more scope. There's rapids, waterfalls, whatever you want to call them, with massive, massive boulders around them. How accessible they are, I don't know. And then you've got wonderful characters like this on the peripheral edges. Wow. Yeah, this has been well worth it. Right, so we found our first composition. Ah, look at that. Popping red berries against the lush greens and the luminescent boulders. Fantastic. So yeah, so I've tried to frame this up in a portrait composition. I'm using the berries as a kind of canopy at the top of the frame. Kind of speckled red. Looks lovely. Then you've got the twisty, gnarly trunks of the tree and the branches. And you've got these two dead trees in the foreground. I was umming and ahhing about the shot over those because of those dead trees, but I still think it's a lovely shot and it's worth taking. So I've walked no more than 30 yards and I've come across another scene already. I was attracted by this dead tree that's in the centre there. So I thought, I could hone in on that, but I thought I'd have a go at shooting a pano on this one. I've shot it a little bit wider than I need to so I can crop in. Yeah. Tree on the left, all nice and green. Tree on the right, all nice and green. And then the dead tree popping in the centre with its nice luminescent bark. Or lack of bark. Okay, so I need to actually start making a walk around. I'm in fear of being stuck in one place for about 2 hours and then having to go back because it's just like a kid in a sweet shop. Look at it. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Right, I'll catch that on the way back. It looks like we're getting a rainstorm coming in. See that? So I do want to actually have a little bit of a scout around whilst I'm here before I have to make my way back because I'm getting chucked on. Wow. Wow. It's just so much. It's truly overwhelming. It's truly overwhelming. Right. Feet to the floor, keep moving. Okay, so I had a bit of a wander up that way. The ground is really saturated at the moment. It's very, very boggy. You can't actually get close enough to the woods. So I'm going to head back the way that I came up and see if I can catch something at the front of the forest that I haven't actually visited yet. Oh, I did grab that as well. Could not really. Okay, so we've come across another scene. Not that there aren't millions of them. And this one, I quite like this because of the framing of this tree that you've got. I've toyed with using the leaves blurred out, but I have actually zoomed in and taken them away. But you've got the framing of the two trees and the branches that go over the top. I shot it at f8 and focused on the two main characters, so these ones on the left will be a little bit soft, but I'm hoping that helps the eye go into the scene. It has been spitting with rain, and as you can see, the fog is rolling over the hilltops. It's not actually coming into the woodland, unfortunately, but there you are. I've been here now. Well, I set off at probably 7:30 in the morning, and it's about 12:30 now, so it's been a while. So I hope you've enjoyed this little meander to Black Tor Copse. The trip up is well worth it, I can assure you. Yeah, there's plenty to see and plenty to shoot there. But this is wonderful. This is an amazing place. Yeah, well, if you enjoyed it, guys, please like and subscribe. Always helps. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.